This is for
rated.
Well, I think
For title player.
come back there. Champion, come back there. Title player.
Wow. Great. Wow.
Oh wait, this is
original. Wow. Magnetic. Magnetic.
this one comes with extra cones. Yeah, one of them comes with extra cones. And all of they all have these pouches.
Okay.
That this and I think those ones
Can enter into. Okay. So that's I want to connect Prof.
I used to play a lot of chess, to read a lot of chess. When I stopped reading, it causes too much trouble to learn. So, but that's
once a chess player,
set.
Once a chess player, always a chess player.
One set.
This is great. This is lovely.
Has extra.
Yes.
Oh yeah, okay, then that's nice.
Good afternoon to you. Welcome on the program Spotlight Nigeria, reaching you from the stables of the Go Getter Multilinks. Yes, what we are doing is to spotlight sporting activities right here in Ekiti State, nationally and of course internationally. Today is the 27th day in the month of January 2025, and we are in the office of an elder statesman, a passionate enthusiast, and a passionate sports enthusiast, and of course someone who has donated from his own personal resources toward the growth and development of sport. And we are talking about Professor Bolaji Aluko. We are in his office for a purpose, and we get to know why we have come here today. And we also have here the chairman of the Ekiti State Chess Association. He's going to introduce himself to us. You're welcome on the program. My name is Kozim Oladapo, and I'd like to humbly welcome our host today, Professor Bolaji Aluko. Good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon and welcome, Kazim, and the rest of the people here today.
All right. We also have the chairman of the Ekiti State Chess Association. Yes, permit us to know you, sir.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Oluwayemi Ayeleji, the medical director of Abundant Life Hospital, Omishagan, Ado Ekiti. Thanks for having me on the program.
Okay, we are here without wasting our time. Looking at what we have on the table here, and these are chess board, right? Chess board, which have just been acquired by Professor Bolaji Aluko for the good of humanity, for the benefits of humanity, for the good and growth and development of the game of chess. And we'd like to start with him, sir. What informed this your gesture, sir?
Well, thank you. As I mentioned earlier, I was at first I've been a chess enthusiast all my life, and recently I got a letter appointing me as patron of Ekiti Chess Association, and accepted, and also at that point indicated that I would like to at least make a contribution, an early contribution to the association. Actually, I asked from, I think, the coach and or the chairman about it, asking them to ask even from members what it was they would like to have. Of course, I knew too that the chess require chessboard, chess book, table and chairs. So I started out with trying to get them some chess boards, and I traveled to the U.S. recently, and I bought three chess boards and three chess clocks, which I'm presenting here today.
All right, thank you so much, sir. And Mr. Chairman, State Chess Association, how would you receive, or how did you receive the news that you never knew this was going to be the equipment that will be given to you, that will be handed over to you? But when you heard the news, firstly, how did you feel? And eventually, when you got to know what our father in sport has brought all the way from the US for the good of tennis, how did you feel?
Sorry. I felt very great. In fact, I got the news with a good
Sorry, sir. Cuts.
Yeah, I can talk.
Are you ready? Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, cousin. In fact, I got the news with great joy. I was so happy because this is the first of its kind in the history of the Ekiti State Chess Association when materials, chess, chess instruments will be donated to the club. And these are not just ordinary chess boards or chess equipment. These are heavy weights. You can't just get them in the market. They are weighted. This is what title players use. And this is what our father has given to give to us in the Ekiti State. We are really happy. We are really fortunate. We are so much embarrassed with this
Nicely
gesture.
embarrassed.
Yes.
Because you never expected this from an individual.
Yes. It is the first of its kind, and we are so grateful. We pray that this will usher in more donations for the development of chess in the Ekiti State.
Okay, so sir, looking at it, what importance or what benefit do you think this will attract to the development of chess in the states?
No, I mean, I just hope that first more people play chess in the States. Chess is a game of discipline. It's a game in which it's really a game of life. You play your game, you play the other guy's game, and you play your game again. There are consequences to what you do. It's one of those games where after you have played to an extent and you see you are going to lose, you just say, okay, I give up. Because you know the consequence of your act. And so I hope more people play chess, and I hope also more people donate to chess, so that we can become a powerhouse for chess in Nigeria. Somebody, as you said earlier, chess has no age or gender barrier.
Yeah.
Okay, it just depends on your ability to be patient, to study the moves, to study age-old moves. I tell people that if you're a good player of chess, you don't play, you play until the middle game. You don't spend too much time in the earlier moves. You are always playing towards the middle game or the end game, and that's really where you are. But unlike today, though, when he allowed me to even before I got to the middle game, I had finished it. But
All right, so Mr. Chairman, in your own, before you became the chairman of the chess association, you must have been keenly following the development of the game in the state. Ekiti State has always paraded young boys, young girls at the national level, at the national youth games, at the national sport festival, representing the state. And now the national sport festival is also knocking on the door. What are you envisaging? What are you preparing to achieve with this equipment to ensure that at least we get a gold through chess? I remember at the last national youth games, we narrowly missed
Bronze.
gold or silver, and we eventually came home with bronze at
Okay.
the festival youth games. Now, what do you think this is going to attract to Ekiti?
Thank you, cousin. Well, have high hopes that this year we are going to really perform. Thanks to our amiable governor who has invested a lot in chess. And also because of our patron who has also donated this. But there's something unique about chess. People said that it helps
one in calculation. Maybe if you are not good in mathematics now, come and play chess. If you're not good in English, come and play Scrabble. But tell us, what's that unique thing about the game of chess? Mentally and other ways.
Rules of how they move. Life is a situation where everybody has a role to play. Everybody has its own power. And when you move up onto a point, you can also be promoted. So you can be promoted into
A queen.
A queen.
Yes.
It's also a game in which the female gender is well respected. The queen is the most powerful piece on the board. You know, it has already built in gender empowerment in the game. So there are so many things about chess that one learns very quickly. Okay, you know, the first issue really is there are consequences to your actions. There are consequences to your actions, but each one of them, and that pawn, as it just moves one by one by one by one, it's a very powerful piece. There are the best champions are those who know how to use the pawn, especially at the end of the game. So those are things that you learn very quickly.
That's interesting.
When you
Let's take a look at the coach of chess in Ekiti State. What kind of person or individual is he? Because I've been following him for quite a while, and I know he's not even a staff of the sports commission. But his commitment, I've been following him, and I wonder where this man got his zeal and energy commitment from. How would you describe Coach Fatoba?
Coach Fatoba is a rare breed, a rare species. Very humble, very committed.
I mean, I will not say that I have fully followed in terms. I mean, when I say follow, I want to know their names, their performances, and so on. So it's not as if I have fully followed them, but I have just known that. I mean, I'm on the chess platform. I know that there are things they're always happening on the chess. So, but now with my patronage of the team, the donations, I will want to know how really well they are doing, who the players are, what their needs are, so that I can be better able to answer your question the next time.
All right, thank you, sir. Mr. Chairman, the National Youth Games, National Sport Festival is always following. And I remember a couple of years ago when certain things happened, and it was there to also help in getting things corrected, and he's been there always for the game of sport, for sports generally. And this is why we have to say big thank you to you, sir, Professor Bolaji Aluko. And on this note, we are also endorsing him as a patron of the Sports Writers Association of Nigeria. So, and because he's doing wonderfully well, and he's a politician, he's a technocrat, he's a sportsman, he's an elder statesman, he's all in all. And we say thank you to you, sir. All agrees to your elbow, and we hope we have you on some other occasions. And finally, let's wrap it up. Prof, you seem to be a master of all. They say that jack of all trade, master of none. But in your own case, you seem to be a master of all, jack of all trade, master of all. You play all these games and you do them very well. And now, what's your advice for all the political class who are thinking that sport is not an avenue for them to make impact in the society? The elites, the entrepreneurs, philanthropists, and all that, for them to also contribute to the development of sport in these Dali states?
Well, I mean, I've been into sports right from when I was young. Both my parents were sports people. My mom used to swim, my dad used to play soccer. You know, my family in general, we have a lot of professional. Even my late senator almost played for Nigeria. Played for Nigeria soccer. So we are a sports family. That's number one. Number two, that sports gives discipline. I mean, in secondary school, I played tennis, ping pong for Christ School. I was ping pong champion for Christ School. I played tennis. I played hockey for Christ School. Up until university level, up until even graduate level, I played Hockey was really, field hockey was my major competitive sport. But I also played chess for Ife. I was champion for 2 years at the university. So, in general, sports just gives discipline. And the fact that you are doing sports does not mean you should not read your books. Okay? In fact, in the US, you will not be able to do a lot of sports if you are not good in athletics. Because many of those sports people that you see they must be good in secondary school, good in university before they get into professional. So what I encourage people to do, and now sports is also a commercial enterprise. Sports is recreational, it is healthy, and it is not commercial. So all those three things, and it is disciplinary. So discipline, recreation, health, and commercialism in sports. Those four things are what commend sports to the citizen and to government. It's a shame there should be greater competition between secondary, primary schools and all kinds of sports. Same as secondary school. We used to have academicals. We used to have primary school sports. Those should be returned. And I think that it will be good for everybody to promote sports in its most elements. I know that the present government is a sports person. People find me to a sports person. Sometimes difficult to get a lot of money. I ask that the coaches, when they present their budgets for sports, they do it in a sensitive manner. Not a manner that it's not you're asking for 4 million naira, 10 million naira, 6 million of it is for the coaches. And the athletes themselves, you don't get a tiny amount. Nobody likes to see that. And you must, I mean, what happened earlier, about a year ago, 2 years ago, where the students, the athletes were not well treated, should never happen again. It is the athletes that should be the prime concern of any sports endeavor. The comfort of the athletes that represent the state must be the prime responsibility of the coaches. Otherwise, other states that treat them better will just snatch them. So I'm looking forward to the time when the Sports Commission fully has it all, when the sports fund also gets fully funded, so that you are not always depending on the enthusiasm of the governor. If you have your own sports fund, then you don't need to depend purely on the enthusiasm of the governor.
Okay, now, you mentioned the governor now.
Yeah.
How would you describe his level of passion for sports? Looking at him, I heard he personally donated his own money towards the purchase of a basketball upright, and now he's working on an indoor sports hall, the first of its kind in Ekiti State.
Remember that those are still inputs.
Okay.
We want to see outcomes.
Okay.
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 So
that the governor has done his own part.
He has done his own part. Now it should be for us to see outcomes.
Positive outcomes,
Positive outcomes,
medals,
medals,
national, international competitions.
medals in competitions. If it has to do with secondary schools, even better academic. And I'm sure that's what will really make him happy, what will make the state happy.
Politicians.
I'm a technocrat.
So much, thank you so much.
Program Spotlight Nigeria, reaching from the stables of the Go-Getter Multilinks. Yes, what we are doing is to spotlight sporting activities right here in Ekiti State, nationally and of course internationally.